So depending on the power, you may have to pitch up or down. So you, once you set your power, then you determine the pitch you need. I'll give you an example. If you're 2400 RPM, it's pretty much 0. But if you're at a lower RPM, they may be plus 2 or 3. Now.
Okay.
And we'll cover that more on the ground. That's a little hard to explain in the air, but
yeah.
The key thing I want to explain in this part of the training.
5104 Julie, the previous traffic is no factor. Additional traffic is 11 o'clock.
The lower your power, the more your pitch has to go up to maintain altitude. So you notice instead of 0 here, it's about plus 3 because we got less power.
So the lower the power, the higher the pitch.
Yeah, to maintain altitude.
Maintain level altitude.
Yeah, right, exactly. Now that only works up to a certain point, and then you have to say, well, if you lose power, you're going to have to pitch down, and then you start descending. But the general rule is correct. So you notice we're flying about 78. So let's say we wanted to fly at 70, we would cut off maybe 100 RPM. So why don't you try flying at about 1850, and then pitch to maintain altitude, and you'll see that will slow you down even more. So it's an 1850 power setting. Your altitude is not changing, but see, your airspeed is slowly going down as you pitch to maintain that altitude.
Right.
If I told you I want you to fly at 70, then you would just gradually adjust the power and until you got to 70 here while you're maintaining altitude. So why don't we do an experiment, see if you can get me at 70.
Okay, so
just a little bit at a time and be patient. Yeah, like that.
Okay, don't have to do it perfect right away, right?
Right, exactly. Then maybe add a little bit of power. Maybe 1750 will work. Realize it, yeah. Yeah, right, let's try right there, it's fine. And remember to pitch up so that you're not losing altitude. Very nice, good. So you're maintaining altitude and you're about 70, that's perfect. Let's say I wanted you to increase speed to 80, then you would put in a little bit more power. So we try more power to get you to 80. That's about 1800. And the nose would come down just a bit. See, slowly but surely the airspeed is going up. So that's the relationship between pitch power and airspeed. We'll cover that more in other lessons. This is kind of just an intro.
Sure.
But those are the key parameters: your power, your pitch, your airspeed, all correlated to give you the altitude you want.
So when you say performance, are you relating it to airspeed or performance just overall?
Performance includes two things. One is altitude, and the second one is airspeed. And actually the third one is climb rate. So for a given climb rate and airspeed, you have a certain pitch and power. Yeah. So let's turn back towards Tacoma. So we're going to aim for Fox Island, which is just off my right wing here.
Maintain altitude?
Yeah, maintain altitude, and let's maintain 80, so we can put a little bit more power during the turn. Because during the turn, it's a little bit more hard on the aircraft. It's got to turn and maintain altitude at the same time. Right about here, we're pointed towards the middle of Fox Island, so let's go back to Fox Island. Perfect, right there. Now we're going to go back to our cruise regime. So normal cruise is
2400.
And what pitch?
At 2000.
And pitch, how many degrees for normal cruise with 2400? It's
0.
0, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Put in the power and the pitch at the same time. Then make small adjustments. See how nice that was? Yeah, a little bit more power. Pitch down a little bit more, yeah. Good. You notice how the airspeed is starting to come up nicely. So that's like a transition from low speed to high speed. So in our training, we'll practice that more and more, so you'll be able to transition from cruise to landing. Yeah. We're going to go back to the airport.
Okay.
Yellow approach 520 Papa Lima, returning to Tacoma Narrows.
Cessna 705 Juliet with you, runway heading 2100, climbing 4000. 705 Juliet, so approach radar contact and turn right heading of 090, climb and maintain 3000. Right heading 090, climb 3000, 7011. That's 5 Juliet, now for the traffic just off your right about a mile northbound VFR indicating 1400, type unknown. Juliet Alpha, that guy's in the pattern of Bremerton, that's going to be no factor. Juliet Alpha, you're cleared to Boeing, via radar vector, sliding 090, maintain 3000, advise Boeing, information Victor, altimeter
a little bit high,
3009.
you just slightly put your nose down until you get back.
0 up to 3000, we have Victor, 5 Juliet Alpha.
Power back just a bit, yeah, there you go. Approach 0 Papa Lima is going back to tower for landing at Tacoma.
520 Papa Lima, roger, information, Kilo, Square Net, Tacoma, radar service is terminated, remain on this code, contact Tacoma Narrows Tower.
Papa Lima, we'll go.
November, Aztec 404,
2.11, altimeter 3010.
Tacoma Tower, November 520 Papa Lima is inbound for landing just off of Fox Island.
520 Papa Lima, Tacoma Tower, enter right downwind, runway 17, report midfield.
Right downwind, 17, report midfield, 0 Papa Lima. So now we're going to start our descent, so you kind of know how to descend.
Tacoma Tower,
So show me how you would do a normal descent down to 1,500 feet.
Okay, so 2002 degrees.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Bravo 203 Alpha Mike, Tacoma Tower,
We're
runway
going to stop at
17, cleared
1,500
for
feet, so
takeoff.
we
You were partially covered by transmission on ground.
Stop at 1,500?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
That is correct, southbound, and I understand.
Why don't you aim right for the middle of the airport, the biggest hangar you can see right in the middle of the airport.
Okay.
You are cleared for takeoff, wind 1807, south departure approved.
As you know,
Thank you so much.
this is which island right here?
Just 800,
Fox Island.
Tacoma ground, runway 17, taxi via Bravo 3 and Alpha.
Often they'll tell you fly over the middle of Fox Island and then come inbound. So this is good to know the Fox Island where it is.
Okay.
And on the right there is the south tip. So the south tip would be all the way down there. This is the north tip, and that's the bridge. Sometimes they say Fox Island Bridge.
Okay.
Those are all good landmarks, you know. Good. So you got about 100 feet to go.
Cessna 0 Papa Lima, squawk VFR.
VFR 0 Papa Lima. Now we're going to do a straight and level. We're going to keep the power at about 2200 because we want to be slow. So this is one exception to the rule I gave you earlier, but because we're close in.
Okay.
So you can pitch for about 0 pitch and 2200. Should keep our altitude pretty much the way it is.
Cessna 4682, Tacoma ground, follow the Cessna northbound on Alpha, runway 17.
You can see the Tacoma Narrows Bridge behind it?
Yes.
Yeah. But you aim for the left tower of the bridge, right? Okay. Now we're going to descend to 1300 feet.
682, affirmative, and that's
We'll pull the
runway
power back
17.
to 2000, and we're going down to 1300 feet. Pattern altitude.
Tacoma Tower, Cessna 489, Golf, holding short runway 17, ready for our high-speed taxi and
Then
order
we're going to
takeoff.
also start a turn to the left towards
489 Golf,
towards
Tacoma
Seattle
Tower,
skyline.
runway 17, cleared for
Left turn
takeoff,
to
I'll
Seattle
expect
skyline.
aborted departure.
Clear for takeoff, expected aborted departure 489
Gain
Golf.
1,300.
Cessna 0 Papa Lima, I'll call base, traffic taking the runway now is going to do a aborted departure.
Papa Lima will proceed downwind, and you will call our base, 0 Papa Lima. Good, so aim right for the Seattle skyline.
Okay. Oh,
Maintain altitude, maintain 1300.
1300.
And about 2100 RPM should do it. Yeah, 2100. Then just pitch to maintain the altitude. It won't be very much different than earlier, probably about +2, +3. If you're a little low, then just pitch up a little bit. And airspeed doesn't matter, you can just leave the power there. For now, airspeed's okay. I want to be slow anyway. Very nice, you're doing a great job at maintaining altitude.
Where does this we're under?
This is the area just northwest of the airport. There's Lighthouse School over there.
Okay.
This is the Fosdick Mall. I'm sorry, the North Gig Harbor Mall. Watch Bay there.
That's a lodge it there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called East Bay Road over there too. This is one of the schools.
0 Papa Lima, base approved, runway 17, clear to land.
So Papa Lima base turn clear to land 17. So you can do a 20-30 degree bank. Just continue your turn, and I'll tell you when to stop. And now we can start descending. So we're going to pull the power back to about 1500. And the wings level. Power back to about 1500. Bit of flaps in. Now we can start turning, line up with the runway.
I have an altitude you want me to stay at?
We're going to descend. So just give me a pitch of about -2. That should be fine. And that'll do it for us. and then try to
Cessna 460
visually get lined up with the runway.
Runway 17, say direction of flight.
I'll take care of the power for you. I can get lined up with the runway.
Cessna 659, roger. Read back, hold short.
Or hold short, 609.
This will be a little different. It's kind of a fun exercise. I just want you to pitch for 65 to airspeed.
Like the request taxi back to
Pitch up so this number says 65, and I'll take care of everything else.
Okay. 17, taxi V Alpha, this frequency.
And once you reach 65, then you have to push it down.
This frequency, 9 Golf.
There you go. And just be patient. There's a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
I'll take care of the power, and you just do the pitch. And remember to trim so you're not killing yourself with your hands there. Very nice, good. Now we're going to pitch for 60. So it's going to be a little bit higher pitch.
Taxi via Bravo 2 and Alpha.
Remember, there's a little delay, so don't do anything too sudden. Now you can lower the nose, let it come just below the...
Check AOA.
Good, nice job.
Check AOA.
Pitch down just a bit.
Check
down just
AOA.
a bit. Good, perfect.
Check
I got the
AOA.
airplane. See, you're in perfect position to
AOA.
land. It's all about small changes and
AOA.
making small corrections and being patient.
Caution. Too slow. Check
Tacoma Tower,
AOA.
Cessna 48972 over Pretty Bridge, inbound touch and goes with kilo.
Too slow.
You got the airplane?
Too slow. Too
My
slow.
airplane.
Says 48972, Tacoma Tower, make straight in, runway 17.
That was a great job on the approach there. You did a good job of managing your airspeed.
121200.
Very nice. We're going to take a left at Alpha 2.
4200, make straight in, runway 17, report over Gig Harbor, Cessna 48972.
Cessna 0 Papa Lima, turn left at Alpha 2, contact ground point 8.
Alpha 2, ground point 80, Papa Lima.
Cessna 94659, runway 17, right turn westbound approved, cleared for takeoff.
We just follow the yellow line to the left. The window.